Hi, my name is Pascal Alote. I am Professor of Public Health, Head of Global Public Health, and Associate Director of the Southeast Asia Community Observatory at the Monash University campus in Malaysia. This is the fourth of the 5 modules of the massive open online course on implementation research developed by the Special Program for Research and Training in Tropical Diseases. This module will take you through one of the most important, but also most challenging areas of implementation research, namely, how to evaluate implementation research by clearly articulating appropriate implementation research outcomes. An important point to recap here is that the purpose of implementation research is to address those challenges that enable interventions to reach target populations. Therefore, the success of implementation strategy is not necessarily measured in the same way as the success of the intervention. The question we want to answer here is, how do we assess research that addresses implementation problems independent from those that study the efficacy of the intervention? The module is presented by Dr. Olakunle Alonge and Dr. Vivian Go and consists of 3 chapters. The first chapter distinguishes between efficacy of an intervention and implementation effectiveness. The second describes examples of implementation research outcomes, and the third describes how to measure implementation research outcomes. The module is developed to be interactive with a number of journal articles that have been included as required readings. At the end of Module 4, 2 papers will be presented, and you will be required to identify an implementation issue in the case example and the implementation strategy, identify the implementation research outcomes, describe how these outcomes were measured, and finally, suggest alternative approaches for assessing implementation research outcomes. If you have been working your way systematically through the course, I hope you're growing in confidence about undertaking implementation research. If this is your first visit to the site, very warm welcome, and I would strongly encourage you to browse through the first 3 modules that introduce implementation research, that provide an overview of how to address different contexts in which implementation research projects can be designed and undertaken, and help you to identify and design the appropriate implementation strategy. Have fun!